Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to today's class. This is Prankur back with another lecture on good morning everybody. Welcome facts, inference, and judgment. FIJ. Just give me a moment as I set the apparatus up. Good morning, Shruti. How are you? Welcome to the class. As always, before we begin with the drill, allow me to give you a quick introduction about myself and the Unacademy portal. I am Prankur Arora. I am writer, a trainer, a coach. I'm a published author. I run a company by the name of Thought Sutra on the side, which is a platform for creative arts learning. Um, on the Unacademy portal, there are quite a lot of things that add to the pedagogy that help it, that helps Unacademy be a cut above the rest when it comes to the test preparation learning. Um, Now, this class is being conducted on the CAT4MBA YouTube channel. Simultaneously, we conduct various classes on a daily basis on the Unacademy portal where there's real-time enablement for interaction between learners as well as the educator. Question answers, they are conducted in the form of polls. We regularly conduct tests and quizzes. All the courses on the platform, right? They're all structured courses. And with one subscription, you get unlimited access to it all. Hi, Asim. Welcome to the class. Um, you can clearly see as the time period of the subscription goes up, the cost of the subscription per month goes down. If you use my name Prankur, you will get an extra 10% off on any of the subscriptions that you go for. Let's begin with the questions now. The first question. Okay, I think Kasim Shruti has gotten this right. And the very first statement is a fact, right? You're talking about how Tanzania it is preparing to renegotiate gold mining concessions. You can verify it. You can check whether they're preparing or not. So this becomes a fact. The second one, findings of the study. So findings is the known component. They indicate an unknown component, which is maybe established guidelines and procedures are not being followed with regard to the development, administration, and management of distance education programs. So this is the known component. This is the unknown component. You're making use of the findings to conclude about something else. This becomes an inference there. The country's annual report suggested that many of the employees might be, again, annual report is the known component. What it suggests is the unknown component. So you're using the report to conclude about something else. So this becomes an inference as well. And finally, the fourth statement, right? Internalization and integration. On the campus is about inculcating the notion of equality, diversity, integration, and social cohesion within the learning culture. So again, this is something that can be verified, right? You can check whether internalization and integration is about all of this, whether it is actually percolating diversity and egalitarianism or not. right? So this is also something that we'll classify as a factual statement, right? We're claiming something for a fact. So FIIF is the answer. Move on to the next question. Okay, again 4. All right, let's see whether you've gotten this right or not. Um, See, so let's start with the first statement, right? Let's start with the first statement and see what it is. Much like a person might wish for double sixes in rolling dice, recognizing that the outcome rests contingently on natural probabilities, God wills that all humans attain perfection, knowing the ultimate result is contingent upon the vagaries of personal free choice. Now, guys, I can understand why you might think, because we're talking about God and you're talking about the will of the God, it might seem like a judgment. But understand the construction of the sentence, right? They're using an analogy, much like a person might wish for double sixes in rolling dice, recognizing that the outcome rests contingently on natural probabilities. You're concluding about something else. So, using a relationship, using an example, using a simile, you're talking about something else. You're drawing a comparison there. So, I would rather classify this as an inference. All right, and let's check whether what the second statement is like. If the good and loving God wills that all humans reach happiness or perfection, and if humans have the ability to freely choose evil means, cannot humans thwart God's will? Now, again, if X happens, Y happens, is what they are saying, right? If X happens, logically, you're trying to reach another. So, again, I understand that this is all about God, so it is very subjective, and it is like a personal choice whether you want to believe, whether you want to have faith or not. But understand the context, understand what the sentence is trying to do here, right? So, again, you're trying to draw upon a logical conclusion basis the fact that if the good and loving God wills that all humans reach happiness, cannot humans thwart God's will? Right? So even this I would then classify as an inference, because you're talking about if X happens, can Y not happen? He introduces a distinction between two ways in which God wills events to occur, by pointing that God wills some events to occur necessarily and other events contingently. So this is something that I would classify as a judgment, which the both of you got right. Right? Both God and individual contribute to every human act. God establishes the end, and the human selects the means. So this is again, you can it's. I understand that it is again talking about God, but it is something that is verifiable whether humans select the means or not. So this one I would then classify as a fact, and I would go with option three in that regard. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, I agree, Shruti. The answer will be two. Yes, FFFJ is the correct answer. Asim and Shruti. Move on to the next question now. Okay, again option 2. Alright, let's see whether you've gotten it right or not. I'll give another few minutes for Asim to reach his answer as well. Okay, so the answer to this particular question, sorry guys, there was a network lag at my end. The answer to this particular question is Shruti has gotten it right. It's JIJF. Why? Because the very first statement, when you look at it, Asim, is a judgment as well. Inequitable distribution of all kinds of resources is certainly one of the strongest and most sinister sources of conflict. See, understand that this is a judgment because the word certainly, what does it tell us? Right? It tells us that either the author agrees to this or the author disagrees to this, right? So, therefore, it is a judgment in that regard. Hello. हाँ जी भैया, आपने पैकेज डिलीवर नहीं करा? हाँ जी। ऑर्डर क्यों कैंसिल कर रहे हैं आप? मैंने आपको बोला था आप वहाँ पे फ़ोन कर लीजिएगा, वो आपसे आके ले लेंगे। अरे मेरे को क्यों किया है? मैंने जो नंबर डाला हुआ था नानी जी का, मैं तो ऑफिस में काम कर रहा था। अरे भैया, ईस्ट ऑफ कैलाश की लोकेशन थी, ग्रेटर कैलाश की लोकेशन नहीं थी। क्या बात कर रहे हो? अब बताओ क्या करना है। आपने ऐसे कैसे बात करी? कैंसिल तो मैं कर सकता हूँ, आपने मेरे से तो बात करी नहीं। जिनको आप डिलीवर कर रहे थे वो तो कैंसिल कर ही नहीं सकते। आप झूठ क्यों बोल रहे हैं इधर? अब आप बताइए कि क्या करना है, अब आप बताइए क्या करना है, पैकेज में कैसे लूँ आपसे? अरे भाई, अब आप बताइए ना मैं कैसे करूं। आप मेरे को या तो अपना नंबर दीजिए, मैं आपसे पैकेज लूंगा। उल्टी सीधी बातें क्यों कर रहे हैं आप? आपने किसी से बात नहीं करी है कैंसिल करने के लिए, आपने खुद ही राइड कंप्लीट करी है। झूठ क्यों बोल रहे हैं आप सुबह सुबह मेरे को? मैं सेक्टर 46 से बोल रहा हूँ। 1 मिनट होल्ड करिए। Guys, I will need to. There's an emergency at my end. I'll need to end this class right away. I'll schedule another class for later in the day at 2 o'clock. I request you guys to join in then. Just bear with me this one time. It's a real bad emergency at my end. All right. I'm so sorry.